So, good day, ma'am. We are the team LauFam. My name is John Francis Puebla, and my partner is Rebecca Theris Laureano. So, today we are going to present our prototype, which is called SURU. Okay, next slide. So, here are the contents for this PowerPoint. So, we do have the motivation, top requirements, prototype design, evaluation, and the conclusion. So what is the motivation for this project? So during the pandemic, it has brought a lot of changes, including in the educational section of each and every country, pushing the introduction of online learning. Along with this, it has been a common problem to people, especially to us students, to do every task that has to be done, since each day of the student, various tasks has been compiling all together as to schoolworks, jobs, houseworks, and others. Okay, next slide. So what will be what started the idea of creating the application? So we first identify the problem by using the 10 usability heuristic evaluation with 5 similar applications. So here are the results of the 5 similar applications. Next slide. So this is the heuristic evaluation from 1 to 5. Next slide, please. And here are the evaluation for number 6 to 10. So the applications that we used are that we compared are minimalist, any that do notepad, sticky note, and yeah, the other application. Okay, next slide. So to summarize all of the 5 comparison using the heuristic evaluation, the team observed that it has lack of consistency in standards, user control and freedom, and recognition rather than recall. But in a good note, the team also observed that there are positive ratings when it comes to matching between systems in the real world, error prevention, and all of these are based on the heuristic comparison by the team. Next slide. So we have come up the idea SURU prototype. So next slide. So what is a SURU? So we have come up the idea of the word to do, and we have translated it into Japanese, which means SURU. So the purpose of this SURU is to enable the user to track down the tasks that should be accomplished throughout the day. It also includes an alarm option for the user to be notified and would enable them to not miss any task to be done. So we plan to make an to-do list wherein a user can input as many things that he or she can do in within the day, and we plan to improve the notification system by using the alarm system. So next slide.
So the prototype design. So for our prototype design, we have here the highlight screen. So first we have the screen, the splash screen, the main screen, the screen when you add a task, uh, the screen with already task on it, screen wherein you can add an alarm to the task, and the screen wherein you can adjust the alarm frequency. So for the other details of our prototype, we have the font. The prototype uses the font Helvetica. It is in order for the users to be able to read text with ease and read properly. So the color palette is the one that we have inserted there. So it aims for the 3 colors that can be seen in common signs, which is the green, red, and yellow. So for the making of the prototype, we use the application Figma. And for the features of Suru, we have task adding and alarm adding to tasks. So for our evaluation plan, we had to plan, prepare, evaluate, interpret, and conclude. So for the plan, we plan what to do, and we pointed out the aspects that should be done in the evaluation. For the prepare, we began making questionnaire, and we also gathered the participants. And then we had to evaluate. We performed the evaluation by seeing through the participants that they really tested out the prototype. Interpret with the survey answers that we got from the participants, we interpret it in order to gain information and data, and then we concluded. So using the information and data we had, we concluded and discussed whatever whatever alterations and further improvements we can do in our prototype. So the methods of evaluation, how the data was gathered. So we use three methods: the heuristic evaluation, usability specifications, and participants' feedback. Heuristic evaluation, using Nielsen's heuristic, the prototype will be compared as to how it performs. This would inspect the usability of the prototype. So we compared the prototype to the other existing applications. Usability specifications, in here we ask the users or participants to use the prototype, and we're going to see how efficient the prototype is working. And after the usability specification test, wherein they test it out, we had a survey filled by the participants, and that is where we got the participants' feedback. So for the results of our usability specifications, the mean time of the add task is 26.8 seconds compared to the 45 seconds in order to tell that this task is acceptable and successful. For the add alarm, we have 20 seconds as basis in order to tell that this is acceptable, and we gain 10.875 seconds as mean time in the and in this task is successful. So for the crossed out task, we have 5 seconds as basis. The mean time is 2.275 seconds. In this is acceptable and successful. So for the heuristics evaluation, this is our result. And so we gained 4.43 average mean of the survey questions that we have gathered from the participants. The survey exhibits that the prototype was interpreted as acceptable. It can then be deduced that the prototype is successful. So for the feedback we gathered from the participants, participant 1, a cancel button. Participant 2, an edit button. Participant 3, told the team to put a short tutorial. And participant 4 said that the font design should look bigger so that the users can identify it easily.
So for our conclusion, if there would be more time in doing this project, we plan to gather more concrete data by conducting a survey to several people to strengthen the data itself, and uh, the results from that survey would surely help in both functionality and design wise. So, and speaking of functionality, the team would have created more features for the prototype, which means that it will become a full-fledged prototype wherein a user can use it if only there's more time given. But overall, we have created the design, and hopefully it will be further be improved in future use. So next slide. So after this, we would be conducting the flow of the application, but take note it will only be used as a design and the functionality is not yet that fully made. So welcome, ma'am, to our to the prototype. So take note that the prototype will only be made in an Apple GUI. So it cannot be used in Android or desktop. So starting off, so this is the home page. To access the home screen, we're gonna press the middle button, the SURU logo. So after that, this will be the home screen for the application. So the first thing that we should do is add tasks. So in order to add tasks, we should press the plus button, and here the pop-up screen will be shown. So you are given three level of urgency: high, medium, low. And first, we're gonna put first the input in the task, if I'm correct. Oh yes. For example, let's assume that we have input the name of the task. Now we're gonna choose high, medium, low. So which one? We're gonna choose high. Tama? High. Okay, so high. And then we click add. So as you can see that the task which is set in high will be inserted in the high level design. Okay, next. So the next thing is, what will be the next thing? The alarm button. So in this case, if you click the alarm, oh, before clicking the alarm, let us assume that you have input all of the tasks in the add button, and you can see there it was organized from high, medium, low. And the next thing is the alarm button, if I am correct. Okay, now after you click the alarm button, the right side below of the screen, there will be a pop-up screen of alarm. So as you can see at the circle at the left side, you are given what to choose or what kind of task that you are planning to put an alarm. So for this example, you're gonna put an alarm to task 2, if I'm correct. Yeah, task 2. So assuming that we have assigned task 2 to put alarm, so we press select at the bottom. Now, after you press a specific task, you will be given another pop-up screen wherein you'll be given the alarm frequency. Now, take note that the alarm frequency was set to default in high, medium, and low. So in high we have 1 hour. In medium we have 3 hours, and in low we have 5 hours. So purpose of this alarm is to notify you within those type of frequencies. So in this case, it was default on 3 hours since it was medium. Now you can change the alarm, assuming that you have changed it to 4 hours. You can. Then after you change it, you can add add it. Oh, as you can see, after you add alarm button, there will be a bell notification icon on the right side of the task. And the next thing that we'll be doing is crossing out a task, if I'm right, crossing out. Yes, so if in case you are planning to uh, remove tasks that are already done, in your case, you can cross out as many tasks as you can. So cross out another task, and take note that if you set an alarm to that certain task, the alarm notification will be stopped. So uh, so that is all for the app. And take note that this application is design wise, so the main functionality of the prototype is not yet innovated by us. So that is all, and thank you.